What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another electric episode of Choose Andy MMA. This is your fucking home for MMA, guys. The rankings, the pound for pound rankings and rankings in general for every weight class in the UFC are BS. They are such BS, and I'm tired of seeing this shit. We just had Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev happen, and you guys know what happened. Ankalaev beat the UFC's biggest star, Alex Pereira. And we take a look at the UFC pound for pound rankings after that fight happened. Let's just take a little look at them here. Okay? So Magomed Ankalaev, who was not ranked pound for pound before that fight, is now number 6 pound for pound. How about that? And what about Alex Pereira? Now he's ranked number 8 pound for pound. When before, I think he was number 4. He went down 4 spots because of a unanimous decision loss. Was it unanimous? I think it was. And Magomed Ankalaev, who wasn't ranked before, is now number 6. He's in the top 10 pound for pound rankings. He's a top 10 pound for pound fighter, even though he wasn't ranked at all before this fight. That is ridiculous to me. I need to be put in charge of these pound for pound rankings, guys. Let's take a deeper look at the pound for pound rankings now. These rankings are decent, in my opinion. So, I mean, most of the people on this list, there are some that are fucked, okay? Let's go starting at 1, okay? 1 is Islam. He should be 2. 2 is John Jones. He should be 3. Ilia Topuria should be 2. 3 should be John Jones. Merab is 4. Okay, whatever. 5 is Dricus du Plessis. Okay, sure. 6 is Magomed Ankalaev. Get the fuck out of here with that. He wasn't ranked before. Don't put him fucking 6. Are you damn kidding me? Guys, we can't just just because someone has a belt doesn't mean we put them into the top 10 rankings, pound for pound. Just because someone has a belt doesn't mean we fucking put them all the way up into the pound for pound, the top pound for pound ranking. That's not what we do. That's not what we should do around here. A win in MMA holds weight. It holds some weight. But you can't just, off of one win over a pound for pound top fighter, one win over them, you can't just be put right up there automatically. MMA is a weird sport, okay? Win holds weight. Loss doesn't hold a lot of weight, in my opinion. That's why Alex Pereira shouldn't have gone down all the spots he went down after the loss. It's easy to lose in MMA. MMA, fighters have their off days. There's so many ways to lose in MMA. Alex Pereira should be higher than 8, and he should still be higher than Magomed Ankalaev, in my opinion. So let's keep going here. 7 is Bilal Muhammad. All right, whatever. I mean, people hate Bilal Muhammad. That has nothing to do. Okay, anyway. Alex Pereira at 8. Whatever. It's stupid. Alexandre Pantoja at 9. He should be higher, and I think a lot of people agree with that. He's done his part to earn a higher. He should be higher than Magomed Ankalaev. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Another BS point. Do you guys see how BS these rankings are? Number 10, Tom Aspinall. All right, whatever. He hasn't fought in a while, so whatever. 11, Alexander Volkanovski. Get that man higher. Get that man fucking above Magomed Ankalaev. Bullshit. 12, Leon Edwards. Nope. Guys, I don't like talking. I told myself I wouldn't talk shit about a lot of fighters, but let me say something about Leon Edwards. He was never great. I never thought he was great. He beat Kamaru Usman. He had a lucky knockout in their first fight, and then the second fight, he just beat it. It just happened. He just beat him. All the top fighters have a chance to beat any other top fighter. It just happened. Leon Edwards is decent, but he doesn't have killer instinct. He doesn't want to go for the kill. I never thought he was great, and he damn well shouldn't be in the pound for pound list in my opinion. He should be he's maybe top 30, not top 15. He's at number 12. Number 13, Max Holloway. All right, he deserves to be in the top 20. Maybe higher than 13. I don't know. Number 14, Sean O'Malley. I don't know, man. He's top 30, I guess. Number 15, Charles Oliveira. Yes. Yes. He should be in the top 15, maybe higher. Sean Strickland. No, get him off this list. Get him way off this list. I'll give him... He's a top 50 pound for pound fighter. 50. You know who's a fighter that should be on this pound for pound list but isn't? Dustin Poirier. Maybe Justin Gaethje. I'm just have my mind on the lightweight division right now. All right, I can't think of many other fighters that should be on the pound for pound list that aren't, but there are a lot. And guys, if I was in charge of making these damn rankings, I would look at everything. Everything. Losses don't mean that much in MMA, in my opinion. Wins hold some weight. Belts don't mean you get an automatic spot in the pound for pound rankings. You got to look at who the fighters faced. Are they good? Are they a top 5 opponent? Are they top 15? Their top 5 opponent and they lost to them, they shouldn't go down that much. There is so much more to look at in these rankings than just, oh, he beat a really good guy. Oh, this number 150th pound for pound guy beat the number 2 pound for pound guy. That means he's number 2 pound for pound. And he has the belt. Miss me with that. Miss me with that bullshit, bro. I just can't believe Sean Strickland is on that pound for pound list, dude. That is really weird to me. That is really weird to me, dude. All right, guys, before we move on to the next topic, I'm a few episodes into this new podcast I started, and I want to have a segment where I read some comments from past videos. This one, I'm going to read comments from all the past videos. I'll select a few comments. Going forward, I'll just read the comments from the past video if I get any comments. We're still a growing channel, guys. We are the fastest growing family vlog channel and MMA podcast on YouTube. But let's see here. Let's see what comments we have from past videos. First one I see here is Ronda Rousey looks like she rips the worst farts. The talent pool in the UFC in general is in a sad state. I don't agree with that. A lot of people say the UFC has gone down the tubes. The UFC is shitty now. I don't agree with that. I think we're just going through a time where we're seeing a lot of Dagestani and Russian guys taking over the sport. And it's not bad. It's a different style of fighting. Their style can be boring. But we got to go through this rut, if you want to call it that, to get to a better spot. I don't think the UFC will ever be in a bad spot. Sure, there's ups and downs. Stars come and go. I don't think the talent pool is bad right now. The talent pool is as good as the best it's ever been. Fighters will just keep getting better. In terms of talent, it is the best it's ever been. In terms of excitement, Maybe it's not as exciting, but it'll get back there. So just be patient. Don't talk shit about fighters. Don't talk shit about fighting style. Just be patient. Snow Terran says WMMA has always been shit. It used to be more entertaining, but the skill level has always been absolute shit. No. The skill level has been absolute shit. Always. No. Especially now, women are looking, better than they did a few years ago. Just like I said, all these fighters are getting better and better. And women's MMA is not shit, dude. I'm tired of people talking shit about women's MMA, dude. I will say women need to be more aggressive, and women in general, I think it's fair to say women, don't have as much aggression as the men have. In general and especially in the UFC. But you see some women with some aggression, and when you see that, those fights are always sick, dude. Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Great fight. And there were some really good women's fights. Kat Zingano versus Miesha Tate. Remember that? Go look it up. Crazy fight. There were a lot of good ones. Women's MMA isn't shit, so fuck you. I'm kidding. All right, so this comment right here, hungry for lunch, is in response to me saying refs shouldn't stop fights just because someone does a walk-off knockout. Someone, knocks their opponent down, walks off, and then the refs say, oh, shit, he's saying the fight's over. All right, I'm going to stop it. So this person says, hungry for lunch, says, he was going to lose no matter what. He's talking about Chris Curtis. The recent Chris Curtis, he was the victim of a walk-off knockout. He was going to lose no matter what. He fell awkwardly and was stumbling to get up, clearly concussed. And at the end, it's the ref's decision. If they did not ask him, did you call the fight or did the time end? And what he says goes. So he felt dude was done and then he was done. Okay. Take it as a learning lesson. The ref was to be a good ref, not like these other. All I'm saying is it's not that big a deal in the end of it for most. Grammar could be a little better on that, but I guess he's just saying it's not a big deal that the fight was ended in the way it was ended with the guy, Roman Kopylov, walking away right after knocking down Chris Curtis. And this one is weird because there was a second left in the fight. And really the ref called it because Roman Kopylov was walking away, but the reason Roman Kopylov was walking away, he wasn't using it as a tactic like a lot of people do. He was walking away because he knew it was the end of the round, and he knocked Chris Curtis down. He just got lucky, and the ref said, all right, it's over. So this one's weird. It is a big deal in my opinion still, especially because there was 1 second. The ref could have given Chris Curtis some grace. 1 second, knocked down, not completely out. Shouldn't have been stopped. And that's enough comments for this video. This brings me perfectly into my next topic I want to talk about. And guess what? I'm talking about the walk-off knockout again in this segment. This is the third time I've talked about it, but this seems to be a controversial topic that I talk about, that refs should be more on their shit when it comes to watching a guy walk off after knocking their opponent down. And they need to assess everything, take a few seconds to assess, is this guy still in the fight? Yes, he is. This guy's walking away. I'm not going to give in to his shit. I'm going to keep the fight going. But these refs give in to the guy walking away and they feel pressure to stop the fight. This is my third time talking about it, and I want to bring this up again because it reminded me of Anderson Silva's attempt to do a walk-off knockout. And it was against Michael Bisping. I told you all these fighters know what they're doing when it comes to the walk-off knockout and how it pushes for the fight to get stopped from the ref. It's almost not even in the ref's hands when they do these walk-off knockouts, because they know if they just walk off after knocking their opponent down and it looks bad enough, there's a good chance it's going to get stopped. It's like a 80% chance it's going to get stopped if they walk off. Anderson Silva versus Michael Bisping. I might have the details wrong, but I'll play the walk-off knockout on repeat next to me here. So from what I remember, it was the end of one of the rounds in their fight, and Anderson Silva knocked down Michael Bisping bad. I believe, I don't know what he hit him with, but he knocked him down, and it was a bad knockdown. And Anderson Silva thought it looked bad enough, and he tried doing his own little walk-off knockout tactic. He knew what he was doing. If he walked away from this bad knockdown, the ref was going to stop it. That's what was going through Anderson Silva's head. And Anderson Silva went as far as to walk away, get up on the cage, celebrate his win, and keep celebrating until this was all an act. Keep this in mind. This was all an act by Anderson Silva. He knew eventually, after he got up on the cage, while he was getting up on the cage, probably, he knew the ref didn't call the fight, but he was going to celebrate like he won. I don't know what that was. He was going to celebrate like he won. And even though he knew the ref didn't call the fight while he was getting up on the cage, he thought if he celebrated for long enough, the ref was going to just give in eventually. The ref was going to say, well, okay, I guess the fight's done, whatever. Ref didn't call it. Anderson Silva had a failed attempt at a walk-off knockout, and he paid for it. Maybe he had a little bit of an adrenaline dump. The fight continued after this walk-off knockout attempt. And guess who ended up winning? Michael Bisping. This situation where Anderson Silva tried doing this and it didn't work, and the ref kept his head and didn't just give in to Anderson Silva's demands, is a good example of the ref being on his shit. The ref assessed everything and decided not to stop the fight. Even despite Anderson Silva raising his hands, celebrating, getting up on the cage, the ref didn't stop it. And they had to, and Anderson Silva's corner and everybody was saying, the fight's not over, over and over again. But Anderson Silva kept celebrating like the fight was over, and his acting was pretty good. He actually seemed like he didn't know the fight wasn't called off. Fair play to Anderson Silva. Good, nice try, but you fucked up. Good job to the ref. Good job by the ref for not calling off the fight. That's a good example of the ref being responsible. I think fighters should stop going to touch gloves in their fights. I recently saw one of the fastest knockouts in MMA history, actually. I think it happened in Cage Warriors. Maybe it was PFL. Can't remember what it was, honestly. I'll play it next to me here. One of the fastest knockouts in MMA history. And it was because this guy's opponent went to touch gloves, and the guy touched the glove quick and then threw a right cross, I believe it was. Right to the damn chin. And the guy got knocked out. Now, first off, don't go to touch gloves anymore. Second off, this is fair play. This is a fair play by this guy. This was all fair. Once the ref says go, you can throw a punch whenever the fuck you want. Fuck the glove touching. For everybody saying this is bad sportsmanship, no. When the ref says go, in my opinion, you go. It's time to fucking throw down, motherfucker. It's time to try to finish your damn opponent. The fact that this guy touched the glove and then threw a punch, that's even more of a fair play than if he just threw a punch without touching the glove. This guy at least touched the damn glove real quick and then knocked his opponent out. In my opinion, even if he just threw a punch around the guy going to touch the glove, like he didn't even touch the glove, he just threw a damn hook and knocked the guy out, that would still be okay to me. This is a sport where you beat the shit out of each other. The goal is to beat the shit out of each other, or to choke the other person out, or to break the fucking person's arm, make them tap the fuck out, or to beat the shit out of them until they give up, or to fucking beat the shit out of them and make the judges see that you did enough. This is a sport where you beat the living hell out of another person, and you want to touch gloves. You want to give your fucking opponent a high five, damn near, that's what it is. Hey, give me a high five before we fucking beat the shit out of each other. Even though the ref said go, let's fucking touch gloves, man. Let's fucking stop that shit, man. Why do you think the ref gives these fighters a chance to touch gloves when he brings them in before the fight starts? He says touch gloves to make it official, and then they go back to their sides. And then they come back out after the ref says go to touch gloves again? The fuck is wrong with you? I don't subscribe to that shit. I'm sorry. I'm not a fucking dick. This is just my opinion on a damn sport where the goal is to fuck your opponent up. Guys, if you watch this whole episode and you've been watching and you're subscribed to my channel, I know there's not a lot of you. I'm still trying to grow this shit. I want to do something for the people that are sticking around and listening. I have this Chick-fil-A gift card. I want to give whoever's still listening to this code for this Chick-fil-A gift card. I think it's $15. So most likely, if you're still listening to this right now, you will be the one to redeem this code. So I'm going to read off the code. I'll show it on screen. And $15 for Chick-fil-A is yours, bro. If you're the one that got the code and redeemed it, I just want you to leave your order in the comments below what you're going to order with this $15. I think it's 15. It might be 10. I don't know, but here's the code. Hold on. So the Chick-fil-A card number is 6306 6294 6384 8806, and the PIN number is 2396. If there's somehow more than one person that made it this far into the video, and you didn't get the Chick-fil-A code, then I want whoever's listening to this, after you subscribe, to leave me a comment on if you think Skylar White from Breaking Bad is annoying, or if you think she's a good character. Tell me that. Let me know that in the comments below. And also leave me some questions to answer in the next episode. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. I appreciate you.